Seventh grade science crew.
Seventh grade science crew.
Science rules.
Seventh grade science.
Science rules.
Seventh grade science.
Science rules.
Seventh grade science.
Happy Tuesday, everyone, and I'm recording today from the beach. So I've been really blessed this weekend to be able to see air and air properties up close and personal. So today we're going to be talking about air specifically and the different properties that air has. So properties are really similar to characteristics. So we're going to go through these different properties and talk about them to really understand a little bit more about air. So starting off, air is affected by something that we call altitude. Altitude is how high or low you are. The higher the altitude, the higher up that you are. So if you've ever been to the mountains or if you've ever been to a different country and it seems like it's harder to breathe there, it's because the higher you go up in the troposphere, right? That first layer of the atmosphere, the thinner the air is. So altitude is going to cause our air to be just a little bit thinner the higher up you go. This has to do with air pressure. We learned about air pressure in our lab, right? So the higher that pressure is on us, the harder then it's going to be to breathe. So the higher up you travel, the more air pressure that you're going to find. The next thing that we're going to talk about is compression. Compression is when you're pushing something. I had and here it is. Let's go on a little trip. So I've got this empty water bottle. And if you take the plastic cap off of the bottle and you hold it to the mouth, this is the mouth of the bottle, and I squeeze it, I am compressing the air. The air comes out of the water bottle and it allows me to crush that water bottle. This is compression. Now, if I blow into this water bottle, it fills back up. And if I put my lid back on the water bottle and I try to press, it's hard to compress because I've put the lid on, and even though this water bottle looks empty, it's actually full. If we look into temperature and we talk about what we did for Fun Lab Friday, and we had the candle and it heated up the air around it by convection, because remember, convection heats up the air around it. If we heat up the air, those particles spread apart and the air expands. It gets bigger, right? But if I were to blow out the candle, the air is going to cool down and my particles are going to compress together, right? So they're going to condense when they're cool. They're going to expand when it's hot. The next thing that we need to talk about is air mass. What is mass? Mass is how much matter something has. So, the mass of my phone is how much matter is in this little rectangular phone. What makes it up? How much matter is in air is going to depend on the container that we put the air in. So I've got this little beach ball here because I'm at the beach. And if I were to take this ball and set it on a scale, it would probably weigh pretty light, right? But if I blow this ball up and I fill it up with air, it's going to have more mass. So it's going to weigh more with the air inside of it than without the air because I've added mass. I've added matter. So even though we cannot see air, it still has mass. It still takes up space. And there's all these different things that come together, right? There's all these different properties that air has. And these different properties are things that we learn about and that we know. And how does this affect weather? Well, I'm glad you asked. It affects weather because all of these different properties are going to change what type of weather we have, because we know if there's moving air, that means we have wind. And if we have wind, we have clouds coming in. If we have clouds coming in, then we're probably going to have some type of precipitation if it's a nimbus type cloud. So I want us to keep in mind and understand that air, even though we can't see it, it's a very real thing that has a really big impact on weather. If you have any questions, just let us know. But I am sure that you all understand the concept because you're all super smart and I'm super proud of you. Have a wonderful Tuesday and
other direction is not so good. I've just come back from Boots Pharmacy to get a thermometer, but was told they were sold out by 8 a.m. that morning. I was told they had plenty of barometers on the shelf, but I said, sorry, I don't give in to pressure sales.
hey Clarky. Hey Clarky. How do hurricanes see? With one eye.
Hey guys, I really miss you. Can't wait till COVID is over so you can all come back and learn safely in the building.
It's so annoying when people like to look at me as a glass half empty, when in fact I'm just all the way full, and mostly full with air. People just don't seem to understand that air does take up so much space.
These trade winds are driving me crazy.
7th grade science crew.
7th grade science.